On today's menu, one of my favorite go-to ramen recipes, an extraordinary tantan ramen. Lei hong ma, that's us going in Cantonese. Welcome to Young Man Cooking, I'm Yeung. This is by far one of my favorites go-to ramen recipes. It's easy to put together and it's absolutely delicious. Of course, as always, if you enjoyed today's recipe, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Let's begin. Preheat the oven to 400. Pat dry the extra firm tofu with a paper towel. Break off pieces from the extra firm tofu and crumble into a bowl. This creates a really unique texture and visual appeal when it's done. I'm crumbling about a pound of extra firm tofu. I'm also only making a bowl of ramen for myself today, so you'll definitely have a lot of extra crumbled tofu for another day. Add about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, optionally 2 teaspoons of homemade umami powder. This is a umami powder made from a previous episode. It's made with dried shiitake mushrooms and Japanese kombu, so it will bring an extraordinary, rich, bold umami punch. It's not absolutely required, but highly recommended. I think the soy sauce already adds enough flavor, but if you're able to make this and have this on hand, it will bring it to the next level. One thing to keep in mind is that there is salt in the umami powder, so if you are not using the umami powder, a little bit more on the soy sauce. Anyways, I will leave a link in the description box below for you to check this out, make it really easily at home. 1 tablespoon chili oil. This is a smoky, little spicy chili oil made from a previous episode. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check this out, make it really easily at home. Give the crumble a good mix to combine that beautiful color and umami. Spread the crumble out onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Take the time to spread out the crumble so that it cooks evenly. Into the oven for 30 minutes. Finally chop some fresh green onions. This will be one of the toppings for the ramen. Set the green onions aside. Bring a pot of water to boil for the noodles. It's important to cook the noodles separately from the broth, as the starch from the noodles can make the broth quite goopy. Alright, let's talk about the broth. You can definitely use a store-bought veggie stock. I know life gets busy, I totally understand. Or you can use a light dashi like the one I've made for today's episode, which is really simple to make. If you want to go all out and make a stock completely from scratch, I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check that out, make it really easily at home. The light dashi can be simply prepped the night before, starting with a 1 liter heat-proof jar. Then add in a couple of sheets of dried kombu and about a 1/4 cup of dried mushrooms. This does not have to be an exact science. Add in about a tablespoon of peppercorns, 2 pieces of crushed garlic, and perhaps some loose veggies you have hanging out in the fridge, like the tail end of these green onions. Then pour in some hot water to fill the jar. I like to leave the dashi unsalted as we'll be using soy sauce when we go to actually make the ramen. This is a light and truly easy dashi. When it's cool, place on the lid and refrigerate overnight. For the ramen, pour in about 1 cup of that dashi into a new pot, followed by 1 cup of soy milk. Of course, you can use other plant-based milks as well, just make sure it's not sweetened. Bring the broth to boil. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. And by the way, if you love easy, delicious recipes like me, be sure to check out or pick up your copy of one of the 4 Young Man Cooking cookbooks. There's a print or digital version available in the link in the description box below, or you can visit youngmancooking.com. Thank you very much for supporting the cooking show. Add about 2 tablespoons of sesame paste into the serving bowl. About a teaspoon of chili oil. About a tablespoon soy sauce, a splash of toasted sesame oil, whisk to combine all those delightful flavors. When the crumble is done, take it out of the oven. The crumble might come out sticking together. Simply use a spatula to fold and chop. This simple crumble can be enjoyed in countless other recipes. Boil about a quarter pound of ramen noodles. If you're using frozen ramen noodles, be sure to stir it often. When the broth is boiling hot, pour it into the serving bowl and watch the flavors combine. Give the bowl a quick whisk to ensure the texture is silky and smooth. Very carefully drain the noodles. It's recommended to give the noodles a quick rinse in some hot water to get rid of any excess starch. Carefully place the noodles into the serving bowl. Top the ramen starting with the delicious crumbled tofu, some freshly chopped green onions, some white sesame seeds, some chili threads, and of course finish with that delicious, super aromatic chili oil. You can now dig into this crazy good ramen with absolute confidence. This looks and smells so good. Man, that broth is so packed with flavor. First off, it's visually stunning. I mean, what bowl of ramen isn't? There's just so many different shapes and textures, and there's that beautiful crimson red glow from the chili oil that's just suspended on that broth. The crumbled tofu looks amazing, and baking it in the oven removes a lot of that moisture, and the dark soy sauce gives it that beautiful charred look. The crumble absorbs all of that umami from the umami powder and the soy sauce. It not only makes the ramen look stunning, but absolutely delicious. The broth is rich, it's full-bodied, and it's packed with delicious, savory, little spicy flavor. It's nutty, it's earthy, and when you enjoy it in combination with that crumble and the fresh green onions, there's just extraordinary complexity. The chili oil is not that spicy, but it adds this delightful aroma. The noodles are nice and chewy and has that beautiful elasticity. It's the combination of flavors, textures, and also visual appeal that makes ramen so popular and so enjoyable. And this is a weeknight friendly, non-complicated, delicious ramen recipe I can enjoy on repeat. Like I always say, it's simple, delicious recipes like this that makes it so much fun to cook and dine in at home. And if you love easy, delicious recipes like me, definitely check out or pick up your copy of one of the 4 Young Man Cooking cookbooks. There is a print or digital version available in the link in the description box below, or you can visit youngmancooking.com. Of course, as always, if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. If you're not already subscribed with that notification bell clicked, be sure to do so that we can cook together again in the next episode.